Okay. Welcome to Hustling People's Podcast, the home for hustling people. I'm your host, Yaphet Campbell, and today's special guests are all-around creatives. They work with the likes of Jay Ajay, Little Baby, Drake, and Zerb. Please give it up for Kongo Bones and Lenadro. How y'all doing, fellas?
Doing good, man. Living good.
Glad to be here.
And this current time, I was in a car accident like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing good. Life good. Could be a little better. We're doing great though.
So look, before we get into that, tell me about yourselves. Tell me about yourself then.
I got you. I'm a young artist coming out of Oak Cliff. And with the arts, multi-hyphenate, really a creative in a lot of fields, from poetry, acting, rapping, writing, creative direction, photography. Like, my passion is expression, you know? Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah. And what about you, bro?
Man, my name is Lenadro, and I'm from DeSoto, and really, all I do is just make art to express my truths and maybe hope that you can find some type of relation to that can help you get through your life, whether that's through poetry or maybe photos or maybe me in a movie or maybe me making a song. I just want to inspire.
Feel that.
Thanks.
I feel that shit. So I want to ask y'all, how does growing up in Oak Cliff and how does growing up in DeSoto affect your art and affect how y'all are? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So, I like to say I spent all of my childhood in like Oak Cliff and like a good portion of my high school in Oak Cliff. Then like the second half of that, I had moved to Garland. So Oak Cliff definitely shaped me as an artist and gave me that unique perspective on some of the things I saw and experienced. And just how like life is way faster down there. And just being in Garland and the people I got to meet and the networks I built out there, that also helped me creatively. So both of them helped me in a creative way. But being raised in Oak Cliff, it's a pride. It's like a silver medal. It's like a purple heart to the world, damn near, because a lot of people know how the hood is and know how the hood can get, and they know how it's a lot of people that made it, but even them people, it wasn't easy. And you say you're from Oak Cliff, it's like that means something, but it's a special place. It's damn near like the Brooklyn of Dallas.
Oh, okay.
If you could compare it to like, that's the place with like the most soul, is kind of the livest place with like the artists or the dancing or some of the food spots or you know, stuff like that. It's really the biggest hood too, but it's a lot of good memories growing up. You feel me? It's a lot of pleasure and pain in the Cliff.
Okay.
So that.
I'm gonna get back to you because I'm gonna deep dive into that, but I wanna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So growing up in DeSoto, so I'm actually, like, I was born in, like, Oak Cliff and stuff, and that's where me and my mom lived, but I went to school in DeSoto, so I count that as where, like, I grew up at.
How far are those two from each other?
10
They're
minutes.
not really far.
5.
That's like an outside like suburb. It's like more so south. Like some of the same streets might stretch into DeSoto.
But no, it was more like learning what a community is, because like in DeSoto, it's mainly just black people, and it's like over 40,000 people versus like Plano or McKinney, where it's like 200,000 of them, and like it's so neat and tight together that you gonna know your whole neighborhood by the end of the day, or like I don't know how to really explain it, but you're never alone. Like you can always count on somebody to be there for you in like DeSoto, because it's just a small community and everybody's like kind of loving of one another. Really.
That sounds like some old school shit back in the day, like how neighborhoods was back in the day type shit. Yeah, when niggas was getting whooped by their neighbors and shit. But
hey, that's still going down.
Yeah. But so let me ask you. So DeSoto is I guess a little bit more the suburbs, and Oak Cliff is more hood area, I guess, right? So what kept you out of trouble?
So really, what kept me out of trouble is because I used to be bad, where like, and I was like smooth operator bad. Like one of my teachers told me that, was like, bro, you gotta see your mentality, dog. Like you know when to cut it on, cut it off. Like when you in my class, you a little angel, but just some of the things I heard other kids say about you is like is that who I think you are? You feel me?
Mm.
It's just that go a long way into it. But yo, wait, what was the question again, bro? I just don't know. I
So
start
what kept
reminiscing.
so what kept you out of trouble? Like, because it's easy to make
Facts.
wrong choice, and then everything just fucked up and fucked over. So like, what kept you out of trouble, or
So
were
yeah,
you out of trouble, nigga?
I'd say more so for me, what kept me out of trouble was like the arts, like my passion for that. I found that early,
Mm.
and I had a lot of people on my side. Like I know OGs and affiliates and whatever like this, and it was always like, nah, bro, like other people was sent on. You feel me? Go do this, go do that. You know what I'm saying? For me, it was like, nah, bro, like keep doing what you doing. Apply that pressure over there, and like promise me you ain't never finna do these drugs. You ain't finna, just be wilding out like this or just. It was kind of just expectations that people had, and I feel like I'm a product of like it take a village to raise my child. It take a village to raise a child.
Right.
And like my parents did their best, and it's like I had people around me that was like, "Hey, bro, you different. Like, nah, you meant for a little bit more.
Mm.
Like, you got more to lose than these other kids, bro. You better tighten up and act like it." And I'm a good listener. You feel me? So it wasn't just in one ear out the other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had good people in my corner, and like the arts, that's what just keep me balanced.
Mm. What about you, bro? Because shit, you can still get in trouble in the suburbs. Nigga.
I could, but really, what kept me out of trouble was my mom. She like so back when I was living in like Oak Cliff and stuff. She kept me inside the house all the time, so I really didn't get to play with none of the other kids. The same thing in DeSoto. Since I lived so far, I could never go with anybody. Well, it's not that far, but still, I didn't get to go to anybody's house, so I just had to go straight home. So really, just spending all that time alone, playing with my toys, drawing, and then the fact my mama she's pushed me heavily towards art. Like I was 5 years old, she had me doing like poetry slams and like talent shows. And then like from there on, it's like my school kept me out of trouble too because they continuously pushed me to keep going at everything, like whether it's singing, like in the choir, or like acting in this play, or just whatever, being on stage for Black History program. They never let me.
Was it an artistic school?
No, it wasn't. It was actually like a heavily football, like that's heavily like a sport.
Yeah.
I feel like now they probably don't even got art programs no more.
Yeah.
Bro, they really
like,
cut a whole bunch of them.
You finna get cut.
Yeah.
Yo, I used to be bro. I used to be in them streets.
Yeah.
Like I was that little kid that used to be out there. You like, bro, why you out here so late? Like, yeah. Growing up was fun. I wouldn't replace it for nothing. Like, I feel like with my life, if you give me the option to like, let me take this back, let me run it, and no, I still do it the same way.
Yeah.
Because I know that made me who I am.
You like your characteristics.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yeah. So I want to know, how did y'all get into? I guess. Matter of fact, what was the first artistic thing each one of y'all got into? Then which one do you think you I guess flourish in the most?
Modeling for what I was into first.
Yeah.
When I was young, like 4 or 5 years old, I walked into my auntie living room just on a like little fly stroll, and I told them I was like, I'm gonna be a model. I'm gonna change my name. I'm gonna move to Europe. Just big dreams at such a young age. And I bet it's pretty hard to take a child that young serious when they saying something like it's a little outlandish. You be saying something so specific.
Yeah.
And then to really end up doing something just similar. I ain't moved to Europe yet, but we're gonna see in that end. Look, come on. And which one flourishing for me the most? The photography at the moment. The music too, in the sense of like the music and the poetry. They kind of go into each other. Last year, I was going ridiculous with the poetry features. Like,
oh yeah.
And I have a poetry short film coming soon.
Okay. When does that? When do you think the poetry short film is?
See, with that one, I can't put no release date on that.
Okay. All right.
I don't even know if I was supposed to say that one.
Oh shit.
That's coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
I've been doing a lot with that. I want to be an author, bro. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna drop a poetry book, and that's the tightest thing to me if I could drop a book, because I'm also a rapper and an artist, and they don't respect like Black voices or Black rappers for just being writers, and it's not really looked at as that. Even though that's some of the most prolific and some of the deepest writing right there in
Right.
raps, and I'm gonna really help change that.
Shit. So, what about you, bro?
So going back to the first thing like I wanted to do in my life when it comes to my creative field, I was like in kindergarten and stuff, and then they asked us what we want to be in life. Honestly, I put Lightning McQueen and then I put a singer. Obviously, I can't be no car,
Eh,
but I could be a singer.
yeah.
And so then that led to like me learning what poetry is first grade, and then by fifth grade, finally learning what rap is. And then ever since then, people always say you always talk like you got a little cadence. You always use your hands. You always rapping to me. I don't know, but hey. And then the thing that I flourished the most in that would have to be modeling and photography because like 2 years ago, that's when I started like taking pictures of myself. So I take like these self portraits,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's how like I don't know, people just started messing with them because they think they're cool, and hey,
Yeah.
if y'all like me taking selfies, that's cool.
That's how it be.
Yeah.
Gotta get it how you live.
Yeah.
So is it kind of how it started for you with the modeling? Like you kind of just started taking selfies and then it kind of flourished into something else?
So with me, it was like, yeah, I had them dreams early on. Then when I got older, yeah, it manifested from like outfit pictures and always making my friends and homies be like, hey, I'm fly. Give me a little picture. I'm fitted up right now. I need to see this later,
Yeah.
months later, and just
Yeah.
remember, I don't buy these clothes for no reason, bro. Like fashion was real serious for me when I was young. Like
Mm.
I used to always get like the big clothes, like Janko
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah.
And you know, baggy clothes, like you gonna grow into that. So when I came into my own bread and I learned how to get money by my own means, it was like, nah, I'm gonna really spend this on what I want, what I feel like wearing. So I'm gonna, yeah, go ahead and fuel my flame. I'm gonna get that drip, and that's how I go. Here we are.
Mm. Okay. So I want to go back a little bit. I want to know about each of y'all's kind of family structure. Like, 'cause I know where y'all grew up, but I want to know how was the support system? How was like what was around you that kind of built up the characteristics that make you even want to do the lime green, or you know what I mean, neon green, that make you want to put the all blonde,
I'm
make
gonna
you
tell
want
you,
to
I got
paint
a
the
special
feel
gene
me?
because nobody in my family understand this, but they love it.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
they all ask, they be like, why? I was like, I change it up every time.
Yeah.
It's green money. It's green because they envy me. You feel me? Like I'm gonna just switch it up every time.
Yeah. Okay. So they
So like I say, like for certain things, I'm definitely like a trailblazer, trendsetter in my family.
mm,
Like I'm definitely like the odd one out.
did they ever
Because
try to talk you out of any type of shit, or is it like
nah, and everybody know how hard headed I am. Like
okay.
so, you ain't gonna talk me into nothing.
Yeah.
If I'm on that, I'm going left. I'm
Mm.
going left. Like I'm not going right. I'm not going on the middle. And when I talk to all of them about it, they understand.
Mm.
Because I'm express my point. I'm real expressive. I could communicate and enunciate well and just really just dig deep into my feelings and let you know what pocket I'm in.
Mm.
From like my grandmother to like mom, dad, aunties, cousins, they see me and they love this shit. Like my little nieces and nephews think I'm famous.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how there's so many things happening. And it's just maintaining the balance until
Yeah.
it just is really at an overtop, until where I'm really just thriving in my utmost just state of well being, creativity, all that.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you kind of where right now on the totem pole of like success are you? Is it that just finna pop? Is it that
Yeah, and that's the worst stage. That's like the most depressing, the most upsetting, the most like humbling stage too.
Mm.
Because you might be doing magnificent accomplishments or things that nobody else have done, or you might be just setting milestones that you didn't even know you were capable of.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like I haven't bought my mom a house yet.
Mm.
I haven't changed my own life with it yet.
Mm.
And it's kind of like the patience of knowing it's almost there, but it just really gotta come to that peak.
Yeah.
Like for example, coming from I'm partying with Drake with Gunna Baby,
Yeah, yeah.
then I'm coming back to that when I'm leaving the car. I mean, when I'm leaving the party, bro, I'm starting my car and my gas low.
Yeah.
You feel me? So of course I got a bird to fill my tank. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But it's just like, bro, them dudes got car service. You
Right.
feel me? So I know it's different levels to this. And
Yeah.
it's motivation for real. That's one thing it is though. More than upsetting, humbling, and motivation.
Mm,
Finna pop. Like, yeah.
okay. What about you? Family structure, I guess friends and family type of support, and then I guess the same question: where do you feel like you are on that totem pole? You know what I'm saying? You just getting started, or you bubbling like you finna? You feel me?
Yes, sir. Going to my family structure, it's kind of just like funny how you said it. It's like I'm kind of the odd one out. There's really no one else like me in my family, but I think I'm really blessed to have people who really just care about me all around. They support every single thing I do. Cause I was dropped out of college twice, and they still like support me chasing my dreams and like not having a regular job and working for myself and
Mm-hmm.
not say anything
I feel
about
you.
it. Like every now and then they'll try to like say, "Are you sure you don't want?" I'm like, "No," because once they see how passionate I am about it, they just believe in me and they just trust in me, and I wouldn't trade that for the world, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then like on the side of the spectrum, I guess I'm on. I still say I'm at the beginning because I'm learning a lot. I'm new to this. I'm only like 20.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Young in the motherfucker.
Still can't get no liquor.
Nigga, how old are you?
Still can't get no looking
Still can't.
Oh yeah, you can't, bro. How old are you,
at
bro?
all.
Slap me some.
Hey, no, we ain't gonna disclose that.
I'm
We gonna leave them wondering. Yeah,
thinking-
1400.
I was finna say, yeah, nigga. I was finna say, what's that shit Chief keeps saying, nigga?
Yeah, no,
That
I ain't
nigga,
from 300.
yeah, that nigga's
But
300.
1400 Everton and Ramona.
Oh shit, bro. All right. Okay. So look, let me ask you this. When we got into your life, I guess let's get into, let's get into some of the personal shit now. Um. So just like you was telling me before we started, you want to tell me about what just recently happened? Like,
I got you. So, recently I was in a car accident. I don't even want to dive too deep into the specifics,
yeah.
but like for me, that was my first whip.
Mm.
My first whip foreign Audi. Like I'm a sport mode, 6 cylinder. Like I ain't even gonna. Yeah, let's not do that.
Uh,
But that car meant a lot to me, and I got a big family and everything, and I'll always be around a lot of people, a lot of friends. So like a lot of them times in that car was my alone time, my
mm.
like unwind, or it got me to a lot of places. So that was a sentimental piece, and I had to lose that, but I'm really on that grind right now.
Mm.
Like I'm really blessed to have like chances like a podcast like this to get on, come on the platform and be able to speak. Shout out to you
Mm.
for real. Then I got modeling, photography. I got other outlets and ends to where even if I take a loss, everything ain't over. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
definitely I say things like this. You know, you can't let your setbacks just control you. You can't let
Mm.
that become you. You feel me? Because you could drown in your own wave when it comes to a lot of things that could happen to you and happen around you.
Mm.
You know, a lot of people drown. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Swim good, my G.
Yeah. I'm glad you're all right, man. I'm glad you're doing better. I was seeing the post. Nigga was in all type of. I seen all type of shit going.
Yeah, bro. I thought they was doing me wrong. I'm in there like, man, they ain't giving me no water.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, we don't know what's wrong with your neck right now. Like, and I had the C collar on. I was like, bro, we can't give you no water. Like,
Mm. Did they
yeah.
ever find out what was wrong or?
Yeah, so I ran through all the tests, just did everything. Like, I done got the proper medication, the proper, like, just guidance with the
Mm.
situation, And that's not my first car wreck I've been in,
Mm.
but that's the first one I was in where I was driving. So
Oh.
it hit different,
Yeah.
like, literally.
Shit. I've been in a car accident, nigga, 8 years ago. My knee still hurt about that shit. Bro. I ain't
And
gonna
it's like the
lie.
little PTSD that come from that, from
Yeah.
being in cars after that.
Yeah.
So that's just, it's why it's back.
No. Now that make me like, man. Cause that just happened like, was it some like ice on the road type shit, and you
Nah, it was some.
make sure other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
All right. That's all good. It's all good. Did you ever get your
Yeah, we getting all that settled. We getting all that
all right,
handled up.
okay. But as far as the photography, did you ever get those slots filled?
We got a couple more going. But
Huh.
there's not many left. Shout out to the creative community. It was a good time. A lot of people been probably, waiting to work with me,
Mm.
and they've been supporting. And it was just like this moment just made utmost more sense to them.
Mm.
And I'm glad because I got a film camera now, and I got other ways I'm investing in my photography. That's like, let me put my talents to use.
Yeah.
Let me see what
Yeah.
a couple months of just hard work and dedication. Let me see what it could do.
Yeah.
Let's see how it turned out.
You take some fire ass photos. I had looked at the.
Yo, they came from modeling and just realizing like beauty in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
And with a camera, you just really be holding all of that. Because as a model, it's a lot of stuff that I can't express or show that other people of other races, other genders, other backgrounds, other social classes, whatever,
Mm.
that they could show that I can't.
Mm.
Like it's a lot more than just me. That's worth more than capturing this moment in. That's the same thing like my camera is like a platform.
Mm.
Same like this. It's just way different. A different way of going about it.
Mm. Feel that shit. I feel that shit. What about you though? How's your personal life? Is everything going all right? I be
Everything.
trying to check on people's mental health and how they
You said the personal life, go on give it to him.
feel me. How's it going, brother?
Go on let him up, Mike.
Man,
Don't worry, we
let
can
him
always
know.
cut some shit out.
it's okay, man. I want to be raw and authentic, but to tell you the truth, at first it was going bad because just dealing with some relationships. Even though I wasn't even in a relationship, it was weird. But
Huh? What you talking about?
like a situationship or like all that crazy stuff. But nah, recently, like these past 2 days, I've had like a reawakening. Like I see who I want to be in the future. So like, if anything, I think I'm at my most happiest I've ever been in my life because I'm doing some of the things that I just love to do in places like
This
this.
talk,
He sound like he
man,
broke up with.
Talk that talk. He done found that everlasting freedom. He done
This is worth
Cuz
everything.
sound like he done broke up with whoever he was with.
he rejuvenated.
Feel me?
He
Rejuvenated.
done- yeah.
Rejuvenated.
Okay, I ain't mad at that shit.
Thank both of y'all for having me on here,
Hey.
man. I'm so grateful.
Thank yourself, man. You took the
Yeah, bro,
opportunity,
come on,
nigga.
for real, man.
It was the manifestation of God for this to happen, man.
Amen.
You here? You feel me? So matter of fact, I might as well ask both of y'all. Y'all got to get deep dive into this relationship shit, cause I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out myself. Maybe y'all can give me some
Sweet.
tips.
Love
Yeah,
boy, boy,
oh,
got all
you
the
on
tips.
tips?
Yeah,
What
give
you
me-
on, what you on tips?
Tell
on?
me about y'all relationships.
I'm
and does
gonna
your-
just throw a theory. Wait. You gonna ask me a question? Like, say that question. I'm gonna just throw you a wild tip / theory
Mm.
that I got. All right, so you know how women love flowers, right?
Mm.
So it's like that's a big thing,
Yeah.
everlasting since the beginning
Whenever-
of time.
yeah,
I feel like
whenever it
women
happened.
love flowers, so you feel like it's a special chick. You don't know how serious y'all is yet.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you how to go about it. So what you do is buy some flowers.
Mm.
It could be your favorite ones, anyone's. It don't matter.
This a girl or this is a person you talking to, or is this
Somebody you involved with, but like if you trying to
Okay.
engage, like
you trying to get
how
extra
serious is
sentimental?
this is, am I the only one? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is how you go about that. So you get her the flowers. You know what I'm saying? Don't give them to her. You know what I'm saying? Surprise her with them. Like, drop them off at the crib, wherever. You just
Mhm.
get the opportunity to. So 2 moments arise that'll let you know.
Mm.
How soon do she call you? Do she call you? Like, if you know she gonna be, you should be there before night type shit, something like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like, okay, am I gonna call within a couple hours or is it like a couple days?
Mm.
And now you could gauge about like, did she post it? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta take the flowers, she don't call you and she don't post it. Yeah, somebody else knocking them boots, my G. You know what I'm saying? That might be one. I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
I don't know.
It could be not by whatever. But I see how women, I'm like, when they get the flowers, they post them.
Mm,
That's
Mm.
always a like, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
if the main ain't get you the flowers and there's one of the sides, you ain't finna post that. You know,
Mm.
if it's a chick and she just on the multi, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you see, what y'all think about that theory? How do it sound
Yes.
just off?
Some of these
The real-
women really be shiesty out here, bro.
I ain't gonna
Hey,
lie. It sounds
We
like
shiesty too, they shiesty. They the counterpart, so it's gonna both happen. They just can't act like they ain't doing what we doing. Or
man,
whatever.
bitches out here. Everybody out here. Niggas and bitches out here fucking. Man. It is what it is.
I'm saying
Y'all just be truthful about it.
it's
you
hard out
feel
here
me?
being a loyal black man.
Oh, shit.
You feel me? Black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
Let's
do
start
not.
that.
Feel me?
Let's-
I feel as though, but I also feel as though every black man should have at least 2 women, and y'all should be okay with it. So,
Hey, preach.
feel me?
Hey, hold up. I ain't saying I disagree with you, bro. But for the sake of the audience, the people at home,
Yeah.
elaborate a little bit.
So I feel like this. I was bullshitting about every black man, but I feel like every man that feels like he deserves 2 women, that can handle 2 women, that has the emotional intelligence, the patience to handle 2 women, should be able to have 2 women. And if the man is truthful. Because not sometimes, most of the time niggas is lying and they cheating anyways, doing extra weird shit anyways. So that's unnecessary. Just say you want 2
They
women.
fucking up the game. You just gotta approach it differently. And
Man,
if you're not the one for that, then or
man.
if them not the ones for that, then
You feel me?
yeah,
It ain't
I
no
know what you're talking about.
So what do you gain from having 2 women?
what I gain.
What do you lose from having 2
You
women?
hear me? You hear me? I ain't
You know,
even,
like,
I really ain't got it.
Let's
You-
flip it. You know,
hear me?
Okay.
I'm shit. Come on, man. I got 2 beautiful women. I'm sleeping next to.
Mm.
I got to get my rest.
Facts. And it's like, if I ain't there, gonna be there for each other.
You
Gonna
feel
hold
me?
it down.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm a
Yeah.
man.
Let's keep it in the house.
I'm a man. I enjoy the opposite sex all around me. I just love it. I just love women. I love the feminine energy around
Humans
me.
are domesticated, so it's in a man's nature to crave female attention.
You
Let's
feel
just
me?
put it right there.
You feel me? I ain't really even gotta say nothing, my boy.
Nah, he-
That's what I said. I was like, I ain't even
I'm
disagreeing.
just
Just
listening.
elaborate a little bit more for the people at home.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
One woman doing something, the other woman doing this, and I'm over there chilling.
If one
But
don't
I'ma
fulfill
be
your needs, the
honest,
other one gonna do it.
I sacrifice one great one for 2 good ones. You feel me? So to me, I go the one great one over the 2 good ones. I ain't gonna hold you like that.
So you say that again. You say you'll go to one great one over 2 good ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't think all men want it. You got to be a specific type of person to even kind of try to even handle 2. Cause
And to be able to and to maintain it.
you feel me? Cause
Hard holding on to what you ain't used to.
man,
My guy.
and relationships are stressful. And if you don't got good communication, if you ain't got patience on either
Right.
end,
Because imagine having relationship issues with 2 women
oh, for
at the
real.
same
Golly.
damn time. That's a nightmare I ain't never even
That's
thought about.
dangerous, mother. That's
You feel me?
dangerous shit.
We might only think about the upside of it,
Yeah.
but we might not think about the downside of it. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you
But-
might get sent to the store for the 2 packs of pads. She wear a mini, she wear a maxi. You feel me? You like,
That's some shit they better communicate about.
like,
Shit.
what color the bag is?
You
know
feel
what I'm
me?
saying?
And we getting organic cotton
Organic
pads
cotton.
because I want y'all to be righteous, and we gonna get y'all right.
Non-GMO.
You
cruelty
feel
free.
me?
We finna have you right. I'm telling you. That's what the life come with. You gotta be prepared. For real. Any person dealing with you just gotta be prepared for life.
For real.
This is gonna come with you. This not gonna come with you.
Yeah. I'm getting better. I'm getting better myself at even communicating because I was shitty. I didn't have to talk to a therapist about it and some more shit. So
So you saying you a shitty?
yeah, I mean, every relationship I kind of get in.
Mm.
Our communication ain't right.
Would you say communication is your worst quality in yourself?
Well, with me, what is that word?
Nonchalant.
I am nonchalant, but I am when you just say shit.
You a self-sabotaging.
Not self-sabotage. It's like, when in my mind, the truth is the truth, so I shouldn't have to sugarcoat it. I'm like a brash type of person. Like I'll just say some wild shit, even if it's the truth. Did it really need to be said like that, or does it really need to be? You know what I'm saying? That's one shit. That's some shit I gotta work on. In my patience, like I get irritated.
I feel like I've
about
done that before, so I can have like I don't know what you're talking about. No, I've done it before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did that shit the other day. I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean.
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
It'd be like I'm being truthful with what I said. I ain't lie.
I'm on a good streak, 99 days without incident. Yeah.
And patience type shit. Like
Patience is a muscle.
man,
I'm telling you.
I gotta figure it out. That's all. Cause I get irritated like a motherfucker. Especially when you ask me like when you ask the same question hella times to me. Oh my god! Like, and I already gave you the answer. Like, oh
Yo,
god! Like, I'm not finna change my mind,
bro, I done worked in multiple clubs. I'm telling you,
man.
people talk to me the whole time I'm at the club. Bro, you don't see me at the club. Like, I don't get a second to myself. Like,
That man
in
be all over
between,
the place.
like, and not even in a drunk way, but in a like A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
Like, crazy, bro. I'm taking photos, I'm promoting, I'm hosting, MCing, making sure people good. Like, it was a lot. So everybody be in my ear, huh? What you say? And like, damn, I want to just pull my phone out and I'm like, bro, just type this down.
Yeah.
Just slow down.
Man.
Yeah. Club life is that. It was never for me. It was like if it's a bag there, I'm there, and that's really how I feel for it. That's how I always be. I'm not really a club dude. So like, yeah, to all my people that done seen me in the past like 2 years, I done ran my own after hour spot. Like Dolo, pulling in everybody, being a DJ, accommodating everybody, giving out free champagne. Like,
The fuck? When you do
crazy.
this? You been doing this? You still doing this?
Nah. When was that, Mike?
The last one?
Yeah, when we had the free champagne at the after hour spot.
Not 9:45. The other one before that?
Before that.
That was dang, like September? No.
It was like a year before, like a couple months before that though.
Yeah, like June,
It was player though.
March.
Like, and it's a lot of experiences I done had. I ain't even been able to just reflect on and just appreciate. But it's way many more endeavors I'm gonna pull my weight on. And
Sound like some player shit. I was
able to have free champagne. It was a whole like live band set up. So the place I was doing photo shoots out of there. Music studio in there. And at night we was flipping into an after hours spot.
Oh shit.
So it was like, yeah, bro, we had like hookah. We ain't had no liquor license, so we couldn't sell liquor. So it was like, fuck it, we got bread, send this shit out for free. Y'all showing up, packing this whole out, that's gonna lead to money. Like we had food in there, you could smoke in there. I was DJing it a lot, like, and just putting the whole show together. Any business when it come to entertainment or like money, I feel like I got no fear when it comes to diving in head first. So like, I'ma learn this.
Yeah.
I'ma really just see how I can do. And it done took me a lot of places.
Yeah.
To where just saying it casual, it seemed wild. Like, what you mean? But like, bro, really a witness. Like, bro, there's been some things, and
It sound like you're the type of person to like, if the opportunity presents itself, you're gonna go for it.
if it makes sense, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not missing. If it's an open lane, and I'm a shoot.
Take that shot.
Yeah, I'm a shoot, bro. It's no way I'm not when it comes to anything. Let's go.
But that's good though. Like,
if it don't make dollars, don't make sense.
a lot of people stop themselves just based off they have fear, or they based off what other people gonna think about type shit, and it kind of fucked them up and fuck them over. Like, feel me? That shit. Fucking with it, but let me get into this, because you were coming off clubs and how this how you got experiences from it, but did it help you network? And would you say you got a good like network and support system? Like, motherfuckers fuck with you?
I'll say that definitely it helped a lot. You know, when it comes to networking, talking to people, and when it came to how I valued or seen networking, Like now, I'm in more so of a space of it's cool if you get in the door
Mm,
or know the doorman, but I'd rather know the owner than the
mm,
doorman. You know, and that's what people just think about getting into somewhere for free. You know what I'm saying? They don't even think about like if I spend money somewhere it could pay off or just meeting people and building connections that it could eventually just really be seen as an investment with
mm,
something. And that helped me network a lot when it came to how I saw business and how just certain things operate. You know, you really got to create an environment to get people to spend $3.50 on a bottle that costs like $40. You know,
that's why I don't go to clubs.
and
'Cause
like,
I'm finna do-
but be granted, it be the right occasion,
Yeah.
right time. You feeling
Yeah.
right? It look nice around here. The lighting is cool.
Mm,
Pretty women, nice dresses. You gonna let me check my little app.
yeah. Yeah.
And you just gonna hey or let's split this or whatever like that. And it taught me a lot.
Mm,
I'm really thankful for the things it taught me. It's a lot of things I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show the world.
mm.
You know, my touring experiences gonna be different when it comes to me being an artist and getting the opportunity to travel the world for
Yeah.
the art.
That's some player shit. What about you, bro? As far as like networking, do you fuck with other artists? Do other artists fuck with you? How's your networking system?
So
Could you call up,
X, Y, and Z and say,
feel me?
hey, let's go do this? I
Yeah.
could, but
You
I'm
could call me up. We finna go. What's up? Fast
that's literally
tomorrow.
that's how we first met. Cause this dude had hit me up in my DM and said, hey, you in Dallas?
Mm,
And it was history from there. But nah.
Literally, bro. That was the tennis court meetup.
Mhm.
I
mm,
just got my camera and I just got kind of good with it. I was like, let me test this on multiple people.
mm,
I'm like hitting people up, and I went through the location. Like you just click Dallas and just whatever,
mm.
boom, work. Let's go. Fashion shows, clothing brands, pop up shops, magazines. Mike, what else?
Huh.
Movies on the way, YouTube episode series.
What?
It's a lot done happened in such a short amount of time.
Yes.
All right. Well, you said you had some YouTube series.
Yeah, like me personally, I don't. I was just saying in the short
Oh
time I
yeah.
done met, bro. Like it's a lot of
Oh, the stuff that
joint
we done
ventures we done
together.
kind of partook
Oh,
in.
okay. Okay. Some player ass shit though.
Oh yeah. So going back to like the network question real quick, because I
Yeah.
didn't answer your question. My
Yeah.
bad. Actually, I feel like I'm really bad at that. Like that's why I'm super shy. Like going back to people who have like anxiety and fear. That's me all the time.
Mhm.
Really, I'm thankful because I meet people like him, someone who plays like a big brother role in my life. They kind of push me out my comfort zone, and then I finally get comfortable being outside that zone. So
Yeah.
then I'm able to start talking to people, start hitting them up, and start being myself freely. Yeah.
Okay. That. Let me ask you this:
Mm.
in what ways do you think that has hindered you though?
Sometimes I feel like I've become dependent on having somebody else there in order to like, teach me or push me. Like it's like
Mhm.
sometimes it's like it's hard for me to act without them. It's like
Mhm.
going back to that. I know I keep saying going back, but like going back to that experience I had yesterday, where I was finally by myself and like I felt rejuvenated. That was me taking my first step in a world just I don't even know nothing about. Hey, I
What's
can't wait to
the
release
experience, brother?
the
Trying
experience.
to figure out what you talking about
No,
from
for
yesterday.
real.
Good
Yeah.
Oh
stuff.
What
man,
happened yesterday?
Yeah.
it's not even that crazy.
Uh-huh.
Like I went to Tylo's pop up, like it was in the Industries building,
Mhm.
and it is also this other designer. I hate that I'm gonna probably butcher her name, Michelle, and just being around them, like, cause originally I was just
Oh,
gonna go,
Michelle DeVry.
yeah, her.
She French. I don't know if I said it right. I might have heard the Smith fashion show. I believe.
Shout out to you. I ain't even gonna attempt to try to say that. 'Cause shit,
I said
I'ma
it
fuck
wrong.
it up. But
Yeah,
you feel
I'm
me?
not fluent in French. I'll speak it though.
Okay, player.
Mhm.
But
Bonjour.
yeah, nigga, you wasn't done with your
Ah,
experience.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't know. See, like, I guess in my head, it seems much more crazy when I say it out loud. It's like, dang, nigga, you really ain't.
If you got
Mhm.
a fear about even talking to people, then that is a big thing for you, nigga. That's knocking some shit down. That's handling business.
real.
Cause
Right.
for other people, shit. Some people, you know how what's that shit called? Like some people can't even step outside their house. Like but they
Seen
just
that shit.
feared and fucked over. Like they can't speak to nobody. They get
Mm.
the shade and sweat. Like
They're kind of like a neat in a sense.
it's something like people really be fucked. Like fear can really fuck you up. So anytime you kind of knock down a personal goal that gets you closer to kind of overcoming it, that's a big motherfucking thing, brother. And celebrate it, talk about it, feel good about it, pump your
For
chest.
real.
You
Hey,
feel
look,
me?
be honest.
Mm.
So the same thing I told you in the instance of like, don't just try to get up in the door. Like, try to meet the owner, try to network,
Yeah.
try to build connects, contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, how many owners and managers of businesses you done met in like the last week? Like, then,
Like at least 10,
like,
10 or
when
11.
we go places like, hey, where the owner at? You
Mm,
feel me? It's that kind of, or I might know them, or I already been like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just anywhere of the sorts. But if you can't help me with my business to where we could both benefit each other, I could probably learn some off you.
yeah,
You know, and I'm all about like game and really just soaking up just as much knowledge as I can because I'm gonna apply that pressure. It just
Mm.
gotta happen at the right time, at the right way, and it's gonna hit how it needs to.
mm. Man, I mean, it sounds like you're around the right person. You feel me?
Honestly.
For real, because
A good
it's like
mentor.
that. It's that expression of like I'm not even gonna say it right. I know the moral of it is like if you hang around non-fools, you'll be the 10th one.
Food. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
where it's like you hang around non-millionaires, business owners, you're gonna be the 10th one.
Right.
So really aligning myself in power and making sure I'm like, I'm finna give all the free game. I'll tell you how I do this, how I do what I did.
Yeah.
You know? It's up for you to listen and apply it. Like,
Yeah.
best thing you can do is put somebody in position.
Mm.
You know, it's like that.
For real.
You give a man a fish, you can eat for a day.
You teach a man.
Teach a man how to fish, he'll eat
For the
forever.
rest of his life. You
For
feel
real.
me? That's a great saying. That's a great saying, and that's a great way to think about life and obtaining and sharing information. More people should think that way. But,
You could really learn
You feel me?
learn a lot from everybody.
Yeah, absolutely,
For real.
absolutely.
I'm telling you, you could learn a lot from the rich, the poor, the good, the bad.
Like remember that man at the junkyard and stuff?
Real talk.
It
He
really
was
sound like you niggas be going on adventures and just be getting into some
yeah,
shit.
bro, like
Oh,
crazy.
shit.
Like the places, bro, like photos and faces, bro, really all it be. Even somebody who just wrong and lying, you can learn something from them, bro. Like even a fool, a liar, you feel me? They could tell you some of the realest stuff because
Yeah.
they heard it from somebody who was real.
Mm.
You know, like they said, a broken clock could be right twice a day. Like,
Right. Yeah.
you can pick up some game from somebody who just wicked and no good, you know, just because they took it from somewhere else. And you know how communication goes, travel, you know. And when you talk about adventurous places, that's all it be. I need to give me a GoPro or something.
Yeah.
Be,
I need
Yeah.
somebody to shoot our life every day on some shit.
yeah, like I was gonna mention the Earth Gang show we went to, and there was another instance. That
What'd
was
you-
some last minute stuff. Like,
Was you modeling it? I mean, not modeling. I'm sorry. Were you taking pictures or
Yeah, I
you
was
just
taking
being
pictures.
a fan? Okay.
And that's really how I got in. Like,
Oh,
what was your perspective when you got there, bro?
Bro, like we mean a long line and shit. Like
We
yeah,
ran the block.
honestly, thanks to
so y'all
him,
didn't
I
have
got
y'all didn't have no tickets.
nah. It was free.
It was free.
Oh, okay.
But
So I'm like the
people
nigga
who
just
had
showed up with the
tickets-
camera.
Nah, people who had tickets still didn't get in because they had a capacity thing.
Oh yeah. Damn.
So that's why it was. So it was like bros waiting outside, and it was a long line. I'm like, bro, I'm not good with lines, bro. Like, so walked up, finessed my way in there. Got up in there somehow. So I got in through like the patio. Then after that, I get to like another room. So it's like an actual bar and establishment. Then it's like another room where the show is. So you get through one door, got to go through another. That's how all them places is, where it's like the most livest things. It's gonna be levels to that shit. Like it's gonna be level 1, then level 2, where it get deeper. You know, and I end up getting into the main room just off like just good graces and whatever. So after that, I ended up meeting the owner, and I go outside. So we outside, and like the line's super long, but they moved the line to where they kind of closer to where the exit is I came out of.
Mm.
Then I'm not like, hey, this my bro here,
Yeah.
but like,
I casually walk up, start speaking to him too.
you feel me? I had to let bro know. I'm like, hey, bro, like I'm already in this. Like, you can't talk to no doorman. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta talk to an owner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really just say what's up. But and it's in a way of not like, hey, just do this for me, but hey, this is me. This is what I do. I see the show. Whatever, and it'll go from wherever.
Mm.
Not even saying it always work. That was just a blessed situation that he was like, all right, bro. Like after strength of meeting, bro. Like
Honestly.
go ahead, get up in there, get
'Cause
you a wristband, whatever.
I was
Yeah.
scared to talk to him at first, but thankfully because I knew him, he was able to get me.
That show was crazy. They
good.
play all unreleased, like, and it's just every experience could teach you something.
Yeah.
And yeah, life is amazing. Yeah, it's got its ups and downs. It's amazing. Like I love it.
I feel that shit.
I love it.
I feel that shit. But let me ask y'all, what is y'all inspiration? What inspires y'all to be the creative people y'all are? Is it a specific like book, music, other art, other photographers, other models, rappers?
I'm gonna let you get that one first, Mike.
Nah, man, you got that. I'm sitting here thinking how I'm gonna answer this because it's like it's too many answers for that one.
Well, let me put it this way: then, if you were stranded on the island and you can only take nah.
with the creativity, inspiration, really, bro, I feel like I could die at any second.
Mm.
So I'm gonna make the most of every day. Like how I handle bookings and my creativity, I like to do things as soon as possible.
Hell yeah.
Like I really don't be planning for like, all right, 6 months in advance, let's do this shoot.
I ain't gonna lie, that's how I am.
I'm like, no, let's do it in like a week or two, like
Yeah.
a couple days. Like, let's plan this, let's do it, let's execute, let's set this up, let's put it out, and I think I just got like that clock of motivation.
Mm.
You know how they said Tupac worked like he knew he was
Mhm.
gonna die. Like
Mhm.
I just be working like there's no tomorrow. Next tap might be a clock because that just eternal motivation of let me express the most because it might not be a tomorrow. Times we living in, the world could end. This could be the last photo shoot, last song, last time I see somebody, talk to somebody.
Right.
You know, so I take all that in. It's kind of like a internal meditation of like, where am I at?
Mm.
You know, what am I grateful for? What am I doing? What am I finna do? Like in every moment, I try to humble myself with them thoughts. Yeah. The inspiration from everywhere though. It's from furniture, from movies, from clothes, from people, conversations. You know, like just every way I could consume life and energy. That's what inspiration come from.
A lot of my inspiration, it comes from like the art of recreating something that I saw, whether I saw it in my dream, I saw it on TV, I saw it on my phone, wherever. Like it could be another song or even in a music video, just something that I saw. It inspired me to try to recreate it, but then bend it to how I feel about it, like how I think about it, what my truth is. And then hopefully somebody can relate that to, and then they can continue the cycle because nothing is original. So why not
Right.
just recreate it, but just try to bend it to what I think it should be like.
Oh, the way you ended that, it was just abrupt like a motherfucker.
My bad.
That's them universal laws though. Energy
Oh,
cannot
shit.
be created nor destroyed. I
Sure.
believe that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just in that way of like what you gonna do with it. Like,
Yeah.
transmutating the energy. That's what it is. Just taking the situation from one place and taking it to another. You know?
Mm.
It's all influence in politics, really.
But let me ask this question: Can that be a can that be a draining thing also?
Very, very, very draining.
Yeah.
You know, but like it's happiness, even though without I could be happy and tired, you know.
That's true.
And I said it's like it's a satisfaction that'll always come with it,
Mm.
knowing that even if it's not just for me, it's for somebody else, or the consumption or the way that it can affect people. It's always gonna be bigger than me. You know, like I could get drained with the photos and the process. I could get drained with the modeling. I feel insecure about how I look.
Mm.
I could get exhausted with the process of making music. but I could forget about how much of a light it really is for me and myself, and for the people that I reach and that I'm able to reach. And it get real deep.
How do,
Like
how do you two how do you two take on criticism, like from the work that y'all put out?
I feel like feedback. I don't need that. Nah, but on a more serious note, I like criticism, and I like if you could express to me how my expression made you feel, then that's just the cycle of life that I want art to always have.
Mm,
Anytime somebody asks me or they come to me and they're like, "Oh, I like your page, I like your art, I like your photos, I like what you're doing." You know, if I'm in the right state of mind, I'll be conscious enough to pop the question of, "All right, what did you like about it? What was your
mm,
favorite one? How did it make you feel?
mm.
Did that influence you?" Or like, just certain deeper questions is, "All right, don't just tell me you like it, but just let me know what you liked about it." And I could just take from that what I do.
I take things with a grain of salt when it comes like to criticism because I know like kind of going off of piggybacking off what he says, like this person's gonna look at it from this way. Say like a person who's all about food, they're gonna look at your like photos, which are your face or like your arm and stuff. They're like, okay, that's cool, and then swipe right. You know what I'm saying? They're not
Mm.
really gonna think too much into it versus a model who will see like, oh, I see the way he tilted his head, he should have did this. Or a photographer who will see like, oh, I see the symmetry and all the angles and lines. So I listen to it, but it has to come from like the right place. But then I guess
Mm.
That's
everybody.
facts. Yeah, respect the criticism. Like, that's real. If you ain't never made no soup, you ain't never had this recipe, don't tell me how to whip up in my kitchen.
Hey, but some soups still be bad though. You can't lie.
You
So,
know, and that's why I got to come from the right place.
Yeah.
so
And
how long have y'all each been like doing photography and modeling?
so photography is coming on 2 years, and modeling, like, I think I really officially started modeling 2016.
Mm.
That's when me and the homie Bobby XCV, Freddie, me and him both linked up and just started building this from just a hobby to linking with brands to it becoming a job and full time creativity.
Mm.
And yeah, it just
Same
built from there.
same question,
Um,
because I got another question.
I started doing photography my senior year of high school. Like I took photos of one of my homegirls and then like a month or 2 months afterwards, took my same camera because I saw this girl on Instagram. Her name is like Kimberly, and she like takes self portraits in like her room and stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
that shit dope.
I saw all that shit, and so I went to my friend's backyard. I was like, "Hey, bro, can I borrow your backyard? Like, I can take it with me." So I went in his backyard, set up my tripod, set up my camera, and that's how long I've been modeling. So 3 years, kind of on both.
Mm. 3 years on both.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so look, this question: how has y'all style changed from when y'all first began to now?
Tremendously.
Mm.
Tremendously.
That's
And
day
I'm
and night.
glad. And I got way more money now. When I started modeling, I was in high school.
Mm.
So I had a job back then, but my bag done upgraded. I done stepped up a
Mm.
lot. And the access that I have. Back then, I didn't have friends and homies that made clothes. Now I could rock a one-on-one piece or something that I got from a limited collection or something that's from a brand that I really respect. So it's different exclusivity, the options, the color palettes. I done came a long way. I'm gonna go a long way too. So I can't wait to look back on this in 5 years and be like, bro, I dressed tacky back then. I thought I was popping then.
Yeah.
It's the progression. People, yeah, yeah.
What
Go
about
ahead,
you,
bro.
brother?
Oh shit, I done forgot the question.
What how has your child how has your style changed from when you first began modeling and photography to right now?
Man, say it wasn't corny, but like it wasn't even bad. Like it's still good. I look back at it, I'm like, dang, it's still some good content, but like I feel like a lot of it was very dated. And like I used to have an S
Yeah.
curl and all that. So like
Whoa,
I got a big ass head. So
I
me
done had
looking back at
one.
that shit, oh my God. I don't even
Her just look wet all the time. You gotta have that.
it's just fucking up all your seats, all that gel on everything. Yeah.
Every shirt ruined. The
what
collar
made
of
you
every
niggas
shirt.
have an S curl? Let me ask this.
Shit. You wanna tell them?
I say it
Text
was a mix of like the B5, B2K, Pretty Ricky influence. Me being like, man, I'm finna go ahead and go kill these ladies with this
Okay,
style
you
right
niggas is
here.
breakdancing on bitches. Okay, I
Nah,
feel you.
I might sing over the phone to a little shorty back then.
I was trying to be like Miguel. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Miguel done went through some hair phases, bro.
Yeah,
Man done went from like the egghead to like the mop head.
Yeah, that nigga he was cutting his shit bald at one point.
Yeah,
That shit is crazy. And I'm like,
like
nigga, you
skin
got a
fade.
good hairline. What the fuck is going
I'm
on?
praying for him right now.
Man.
He was like, I ain't gonna take advantage of it.
Hey.
With the hair, it's
funny
a
as
journey
fuck.
though, bro. Like I'm this color now. I done did like the red, the lavender, platinum.
It's an extension of your creativity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like your body is like an avatar, like in a video game or a blank canvas.
Mm.
Do with it as you please. It's yours. You know. Yeah. There's facts like I'm finna do this one day. Get this piercing. Get this tattoo.
Yeah.
Express yourself. A lot of times people was trapped in a box of like, I can't dye my hair this way. Even black people, certain beauty standards. With me, Mike, we go to the 1950s. Any other time that was longer than like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, with how we look, what you think they gonna say when they see us?
Get on y'all.
You know what I'm saying? It's really gonna be a ruckus.
Shit, niggas will probably get on y'all now.
Niggas hate now.
So
You know, people hate now and people misunderstand it. Like, a lot of people could misunderstand it. I'm black, I'm young, I'm carefree. A lot of people are caught up with certain invisible walls that they can't get past with my expression. There really no limits to the layers of my clothing, you know, the textures, colors, like whatever. I'm a wear what I feel like wearing. It made me feel good. Well, you feel me? Like that's what I don't get about people sometimes. Like what I eat don't make you shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, people are so judgmental because, like, before I had, like, dreads, I used to have box braids, you know, like, they used to add the weave and all that. And then, like, people would always just come up to me and they just, like, I was some type of spectacle everywhere I would go. And, yeah, it would make me uncomfortable at the same time. It made me more, like, just, like, I don't know the right word to use, but it made me feel more powerful because, like, I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, shit. I feel like you explained it.
That's how the modeling be, bro. Give you a badge of like, bro, I'm doing something a lot of people won't do.
Yeah.
As a straight male, I'm
risk.
dominating in the industry where it's like a stereotype of like males in the fashion industry or them industries are homosexual or things like that. You know, so for us to come in that lane and just be straight males, people could be like, all right, you know, this is what's happening over there. It's like, bro, I respect them people on what they eat don't make me shit. Same way over there. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's just like just the expression, bro, black and carefree.
So how is the fashion industry, modeling industry? Give me your favorite and
I love it.
least favorite thing.
It's
about it.
amazing. You feel me? Fashion is the most profitable industry right now. You know, the richest man in the world is doing that on the LV and mates, Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy company. So fashion is one of the biggest ways to make money, or that's what the richest person in the world, that's what they're the most invested in. You know, fashion is just a door of creativity, expression. And when I'm modeling on for like a stereotype, when I'm modeling on for like, you know, you see a campaign, somebody in a magazine or something, you know, that removes a lot of stereotypes. People see black men like, hey, you might hurt me, you might steal from me, you might do this, or it's kind of like, I don't want to be next to you or live in a space that's in proximity of you. You know, when you see me on a billboard in a magazine, all them negative thoughts is just like washed away, and you see a human that's really expression and living, and it's like a light they don't really see us in. And it's kind of like representation is important. It's important for young black kids and Hispanic kids, or you know, any kids to just see people that look like them do things that they want to do. Yeah.
What about you, bro?
I guess the first thing that, like, the main thing that I love about the model industry, it's taught me like how much just asking and like how simple things really can be like in the world, and then, like how much really goes behind the simple thing that you see on the wall. But like at the same time, it's still just simple. It's just really just that. And then also like one of the big things that I kind of don't like about it is like all the ass kissing people want you to do. Like they don't really want you to be yourself, but they want you to be yourself at the same time. They want you to be like constructed to how they see you and some type of shit and all that. But yeah, that's what I really love and hate about the industry.
What about you? You didn't. I don't think you said your something that you like your a least favorite of the
Least
industry.
favorite, okay. I don't like the lack of infrastructure at the local level
Mm,
because it's a lot of opportunities. It's a lot of people that got talents for certain things that are also majorly get overlooked, probably because of lack of network or location. I mean, lack of network that could just be like self blame. You could put that on yourself, but
mm,
a lot of people are forced to move to like L.A., New
right.
York, Florida, well, Miami to be specific, in order to chase their dreams.
Mm,
The internet is removing a lot of that infrastructure. I wish there was more ways in the city for people to get paid. I done did a lot of free work. I done put in 10,000 hours that was free hours, like literally before I got paid for this.
right.
So it's just like it's a big leap. I think in LA it might be different for a podcast. Like it'll be different opportunities and leverages you could have with kind of like
Mm,
with people you could just go after with the acquisition of how
right.
you get guests on here or whatever.
Right.
But that's one of the things. Like I just love the industry so much. I don't even want to focus on the negatives, but they definitely there. And I just say standards. The industry got a lot of standards,
mm.
and fashion is one of those. Like
What are the standards as far as in fashion as far as
it
for
standards on how you
models?
gotta act. It standards on how you gotta dress, how you gotta look. It standards on how you gotta walk. It standards on your body. It standards on just you're critiqued in the most ways. Well, externally
Mm,
as a model, and that's one of the industries where they kind of neglect your internal and only worry about the external.
mm.
And I don't know. I ain't never heard of no like therapy or counseling for models or like
I'm pretty
just
sure they have them
because Tyra Banks went ballistic on the America's Next Top Model. They ain't did nothing for them ladies and gentlemen who was on the last couple seasons. And yeah. I don't even want to think about what I don't like about fashion, bro. I like it
though.
too much. I'm like, man, what else I don't like? Start nitpicking.
Yeah. All right, but okay. What about this? What are some of the stereotypes in the fashion
So
industry, modeling industry, and are they true?
let me think. Mike, you got any stereotypes you think it is?
I
Like
mean,
I can give you one. They say it's predominantly a lot of homosexual people in that industry that run that industry.
Yeah,
That true?
we addressed that one. I ain't got to the latter parts of the industry, so I ain't
Mm,
seen that. But it would be true, and there's nothing wrong with that. But with the modeling, a lot of people just look at you a certain way. You might get caught in a box. So if you do one type of modeling, you might get stuck in that box. Like if you doing all like, you know,
lingerie
yeah,
shoots,
you doing
they
all
always gonna
lingerie
have you
shoots,
as
you might
model.
get stuck in that box. If you doing just all car shoots, you might get stuck in that box. So just like everything's where you use as a prop. You got your shirt off. You might get stuck in that box. Like that's the
mm,
only thing they want you for, see you as.
mm.
And yeah, that's one thing that could be like a downfall of the industry, not being able to just fully express. You get caught in the box of what they want to see from you. But as far as the stereotypes, like it's so many. I don't even want to be that dude. Like yeah, we addressed that one. There's so many more, bro. Like it's the fashion industry. All like it's not all stereotypes, but it's everywhere.
Are you
You know.
black? So you gotta be in streetwear, right?
Something like that, or what they will buy from you. Like
Mm,
some people wouldn't buy certain brands from black designers. Like it's no super big. Shout out Milana DeRouge. It's like a pretty big black designer. It's
mm,
Carl Canal, different designers who are black, but not a lot of them have been upheld to the kind of same standard as like some of these white names.
mm.
Shout out like Virgil, Kanye, different people who all just pushing the peak of like how much can people respect and adore me for this. Yeah,
So I'm guessing there's
it's
race.
politics.
r-
Politics, it's race stuff. It's a lot that goes into fashion.
Mm. Is fashion very what is the word superficial? Is the industry superficial?
I'll say to say this in a way to just not throw shade at the industry. It's refreshing, you know. And every time something is refreshing, it's not always a good refreshing.
Well, I say that because I think I tried to do modeling because I have a cousin that's like a big high powered model type nigga. But
Mm.
before he got as big as he is now, I asked him like how you do this shit, and he was telling me, he's like, bro, you got on tattoos and shit. They not finna fuck with that shit. So that shit is like 4, 5, 6 years ago, a while ago.
Mm.
That like I'm like nigga the tattoos. I'm like I feel like niggas should fuck with it. Fast forward to now, niggas got tattoos everywhere. I'm seeing niggas in was that Gap? I want to say I seen a nigga with Gap with a couple like arm tattoos and shit. I
Yeah,
seen feel me. They starting to have
face tats everywhere.
feel me face tats. They starting to have models that are not of the skinny or tall. They thicker. They this that. You know what I'm saying? So
It's changing.
yeah. That's why I asked the question, like, is it as superficial as it used to be?
Bless you. No.
Thank you. Stereotypes being beat down a whole lot because in the same way, business is more so. A lot of companies are being independent,
Mm.
so it's way more so less of like a board of people or more so one person or independent companies are more so taking over.
Mm.
So it's like it's not the old fashioned way of it having to run through 30 different people for a photo shoot to get done.
Right.
It's kind of like a brand could contact this photographer that got a great vision or hire somebody for casting
Yeah.
and just it go through that means. But a lot of stereotypes they changing because people get to depict what they want to see. You know, like power is more accessible now.
Mm.
So the people that you will see and the people that get a chance to even broadcast images to you, it's way more open than it was before. The only way you could just receive advertisement or marketing for fashion was probably like magazines or, you know, different things like that. But now it's on social media, every store, every computer, every email. You know, it's a little bit more like entwined in your face now.
Yeah. 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 For sure. Especially on the marketing side, shit. I
Everywhere.
talk by my phone. Nigga, I get up on the computer or the Instagram. Nigga, it's everything I was talking about trying to sell to me. Like, God
Literally,
damn,
bro. You
man.
look at sports games, they got team logos all over the jersey, the court splattered up with logos. It's like advertising is everywhere.
Mm.
You can't escape it.
Mm.
They making money off you somehow.
Yeah. I gotta figure it out. Cause shit, I'm trying to get up like them. Trying to make
For
something to
real.
where a motherfucker could be talking down the street and then the next turn is my big ass billboard up. Did you say you need this? Oh God.
Everywhere you gonna
trying to-
see it.
Man. All right. Okay, let me ask you this question. What is the story that you tell through your art?
It's more so a documentary perspective when I'm telling a story through my art. So it's what I've seen combined with what I took in from things that not what I lived through, but things that I just saw with my own eyes. That's how I love my approach to art. It always has like a documentary feel. It always has like a personal, intimate feel to it. Whether it's photos, poetry, the acting, music. Yeah, that's just some of it.
What about you, bro?
All right, so I was thinking about this, right? So I got two different ways I look at my art. So this is the first way where I look at it as a painting, like a canvas with some holes that are burnt into it, because you know it's my art is basically just one big picture that I'm painting, and it all coincides with one another. But every now and then I make these mistakes, I make these blemishes in their heart. I can't erase them; they're forever there, and the world's gonna forever see them. And in the second way I look at my art, it's kind of just like how South Park, the writers, how they write their show. So like a lot of my concepts for some of my photo shoots that I do with other people would be like, this happened. So like I give them a story, like a background, and because this happened, like therefore this happened, then however this might happen, therefore this might happen still. And then it's like it's just one big overarching story. So I guess it's all just one big picture. That's
It's a all big what if picture.
not a what if picture, but like it's a. I guess yeah, it kind of is like a surrealism, kind of like that. This world doesn't exist, but it does exist at the
Right.
same time.
So
Deep.
yeah, I'm trying to wrap my mind around the concept you just laid out, and I'm trying to think of. It almost remind me of okay, I can in my mind. This how I'm thinking of it.
Uh-huh.
You ever seen Minority Report?
Yeah.
That's how I kind of think of it. Like it was that well, what you said. It's a what if type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it shows you the like you know how seen in the movie the person thought about it, but he didn't commit the shit yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I think about it. Like it's
Yeah.
a what if this, that, and that happened.
Kind of like on some American Psycho shit with
Yeah.
was it Tom Cruise in it? I think. Or was
It
somebody
might
else?
be.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of like
might
that
be
shit.
wrong. Don't quote me.
Because none of that shit actually happened, but it damn near seemed like it
Right.
did. And also Atlanta by Donald Glover.
Mm.
That's why I say it was biggest. Like,
You know what you should watch? That's crazy. You ever seen Fractured on Netflix?
No.
Watch that.
Fracture Butthole?
Huh?
It's
No.
an original.
Yeah, Netflix,
Netflix
original.
original.
Yeah, that's
I'm trying to make movies, bro.
yeah.
Like, be on my what's
Dude,
bro name? John Singleton.
30 million different things, bro.
Rest
Wearing
his
all the
soul. He
hats.
transitioned. I want to be on my movie making, directing, executive producing, assistant director, all angles, cinematography,
Yeah,
director, photography. Get in where I fit in with the project. Let me do that.
it'll happen. It'll happen. Shit.
It's unfolding. We did
Yeah.
KAINE 1, KAINE 2 on the way. I starred in that movie. It was a movie tackling it was like a coming of age film.
Mm.
It had a lot of, references and culture that you might understand. It tackled issues about, the opioid crisis
Mm.
and how that's affecting young youth. It was a short film. It was one of my favorites I've seen. I had a chance to be in it.
Is it out already?
It's out.
Or
We got
where's it out?
like over 5 nominations. I can send you the link on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
We get
Well,
you.
for the motherfuckers that want to watch that shit, play.
Go ahead, boom.
Take the
Get that.
description below.
If y'all got
Ah.
to edit anything, y'all can put the link below.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I don't think I asked this, but what what all brands and people that y'all have worked with?
So I'm gonna start with like the local giants.
You can
It's
do
a-
model photography.
Man, there's a
whatever
lot
you-
of them. Ooh, it's OD brands. It's a lot of brands. First, I gotta say DMKD. That was one of the first brands I modeled for and with. Then I got something. They blessed me at Center Dallas,
Mm.
CENTRE. Shout out them people. Juniverse, Abu and them, Chloe. They getting me right with the photos. Forever Fly, Raw Elements, and it's a lot of brands. Let me see. Chief Bayou Bong, I just modeled for him. The men's lingerie. It's a lot of brands out here. The corner store, J Daniels, I just modeled for him recently.
Mm.
Can't forget Mazizi. I modeled for the Coming to America 2 campaign.
Mm.
And then that shoot got put on Good Morning America. For them good people, can't forget them. It's so many dope brands locally. Like we could just stay on like the local brands.
Yeah.
It's a lot of great designers. Can't forget Dolly. That's the king of denim. Dolly finna do something with some denim. It's I can't miss anybody. Like,
Can I speak? No, for
bro, I'm like, I ain't even got to the big brands, bro. Shout out Dickies. You feel me? Shout out Dickies and Supreme. We got their website. They finna drop me on there soon. Man, it's been amazing. Shout out YG and 400. They done reposted me. Done show love to me for something.
I seen that.
I got some shoes from them that I haven't seen anybody else with them. And like I've been looking for them. They sent me some shoes. It's the Lakers ones. I don't think they officially came out.
Oh, I was
I
gonna
could be
say
corrected.
the Cortez is that I
You know the
with
Cortezes, you got the ones with the flame on them.
yeah.
So I don't know how I was one of the few people to get mine actually, but it happened though. Shout out to them people.
Mm.
It's a lot of brands, bro. It's a lot of hardworking brands. If I forgot anybody, it's nothing personal. It's a lot of great brands though.
What about you, brother?
Man, so I was sitting up here waiting, just smiling every time I said a brand I worked with too. I was like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
But
we don't
nah.
work for a lot of the same brands.
Uh-huh. But nah, the
I'm
first
crazy.
brand I say the one that really put me on because they got me into like the D magazine would be DMKD.
Mm.
Like that's definitely one of like favorite brands.
Determination, motivation, knowledge,
Wow.
drive. Yeah.
Them and then Dally,
I don't got my
especially
chain
Dally.
on.
I forgot his slogan. Oh man, I forgot it. But nah, Dally Rodriguez, he's so talented and crazy. My friend Bliss,
Really.
like he got his brand like where he creates these crazy
Blessed with
masks.
the mask.
777 is the name of the brand. And
I
then
seen
going
that. I
yeah.
seen that. Yeah.
The mask
I
was
seen,
crazy.
yeah, I seen that one.
And then Barely
It was.
Legal. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, the
keep
homie
naming.
Dante and Cello, barely legal with the hats,
And then
with the hoodies, the
yeah.
design everywhere with it.
I just keep going all day.
Man,
Shout them
that's
niggas
crazy.
out, man.
Shit.
We
Yeah, I
trying to
got
figure
so
it
much
out.
barely legal.
Shit,
Shout them out.
UA Soul, bro. Her shit, remember
Yeah,
the
so
fucking
going
bag, bro?
ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
And then fucking Mars
The classic
Closet,
threads
man.
on me. Mars Closet, Jada over there.
Goddamn.
We did the lingerie shoot
Oh, yeah.
recently.
Check on your
Then
strong
winning the
homie, bro.
fashion shows. Yeah, the Blase Company.
God damn.
Daily Texas was. Man,
What y'all got upcoming right now? What y'all got in the works upcoming right now?
that Dickies collab. I got that coming up. Future brands. Yeah, it's so much stuff. Like, just as many as I named, that like the stuff I worked with, I can name the ones I'm finna work with and about to. It's wild. There's so much talent in Dallas. It's really like a whole fashion industry in the city alone. I'm trying to think what other brands. Currently, I got on that for them good people. That's to formally stay good. Right now, yo, Dickies, Supreme, got the Juniverse hoodie on.
So look, at this point, because you said you put in your 10,000 hours, this goes for you too. Actually, tell me what did you say you're upcoming?
Yeah, I'm not exactly where he's at, but I'm getting towards it. Like people starting to finally kind of know your name.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna get in there, bro?
Yeah, they gonna fuck with you. They gonna fuck with you. But back to the 10,000 hours you said you put in. At this point, is the modeling lucrative? At this point, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it enough to where you can just do modeling and or photography?
It's good to
Or
where
is
it's
it
changing my life, but not my family life. Like, I could be full time. Same time, I'm not just full time to where I'm buying multiple cribs, and it's not just to where I'm able to just do what I really want to do. It's enough to get by, support myself, and I'm grateful for that though. That it's able to get what I need.
Yeah.
Not yet what I really want in the most highest sense, and it's really all what you make it. And I'm really in it more for the art than I am in it for the money, because every industry that I'm profiting off of now, I started off with it as like a hobby. It was a love that gave me return, and yeah, same on every angle. I model because of how good and how powerful it made me feel. With the photography, it was just so much I wanted to capture and see and test myself to see what I could do if I'm seeing this in front of me. Same with the poetry, just the relief I got from it, the therapy I got from it, and it's a blessing to be able to monetize what you love. Well, yeah, it's never for the money.
Yeah. What about you? You and your 10,000 hours, or has it become like where you're making some money, or do you still feel like you have to go get a job or something like that? Like, is it a full-time thing?
I mean, it is so modeling and photography is kind of a full-time thing because I still have things that I do on the side. Like, really, I feel like I'm in all three of those circles that you just said, really. Because, like, he really, like, explained what I was thinking perfectly, honestly. Like, what was I about to say?
Yeah, it was about the industry, them 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
The moment, them hours you spend working on that craft when you want to give up.
Yeah. Because this shit is not profitable at all, to be honest. Being a model, you go broke being a model, to be real with you. Like,
Facts.
a lot of your favorite models, they not even getting paid for none of the shit they do. But yet you see their face on a billboard, you see them here and there.
Yeah.
But hey, it's really just because we love this stuff is why we do it. And that's why I feel like I won't ever really get burnt out. I might get moments where I get tired, but I'll never get burnt out because at the end of the day, I'll wake up like my bad. At the start of the day, I'll wake up and this is the first thing that comes to my mind. How am I gonna outdo myself that I did yesterday? Like, what's the most crazy concept I can come up?
Mm.
What's the best way that I can express who I am?
Facts. That's why you can't let it please people. Just please yourself.
Mm.
Because with moments like that, it could be a conflicted feeling. People see you on billboards or working with certain brands. They think you banded up, breaded up, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
paid.
Broke as fuck
But
in the
it's more
gym.
so just whatever it do for you and that fulfillment you get from that. You know, that's more so of what you got from that than chasing the biggest check. But they'll see it and look like you own.
Mm.
It's just like, I'm really just doing what I love right now. And it's going to pay off later. People don't be seeing that. They see it look good. So they're like, you should have a couple cars by now, right? You know, be patient.
Yeah. So okay, I got 2 more questions for y'all. How was your experience with the modeling and photography during the pandemic? Did that stop? Did that slow anything down?
Bro, it
Did
sped
you
everything up.
for real?
I became a photographer within the pandemic.
Mm.
That's when I started my photography. The modeling was booming then too. Some of the biggest opportunities came in the midst of that commotion. It might just be that fire sign in me. I thrive in chaos.
Mm.
Like when I'm in the corner, I fight harder. That's when I'm just going game time mode. And it'll really all show, you know, through the thick and the thin. But wait, what was the question one more time?
Shit. I think I done fucking forgot the question. Oh, never mind.
Mm.
In the pandemic, how
Oh yeah, it was beautiful, bro. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. Like, let me not say that. But as far as like for my art and what it did for me, it was a beautiful time because when you just locked in, you gotta get in the zone because it's not gonna be a lot of distractions, it's gonna be that silence. And in a way, I'm not just gonna stretch this and exaggerate, but like you kinda had that notion of like I'm kinda risking my life to
Mm.
go out and create, to want to express these ideas, to go out and meet people or to link up and execute some of these ideas I've been sitting on. Because all of that creativity couldn't be done in the house, you know. And I mean, shout out the girl Kimberly, you know, but she still got to go out to buy those things that she used for the shoots to go out in public to buy them. Or
Yeah.
a lot of stuff might be bought online, but it requires some interaction. And it's that risk that I'm going to do this. It built a different. I think people were investing in themselves more at the start of the pandemic
Mm.
because the realization happened of, all right, if society as we know it can fail, how can I still provide for myself and bring value to that?
Mm.
Man, you know, presentation is your representation. So let me get some photos and present myself well for my LinkedIn or for my page or for memories. For
Mm.
when I'm 20 years ago, I can see how I looked when I was 25 and different reasons, or however and whenever they come. Yeah.
Because of the pandemic, I feel like that's when I became a real model. I had signed my first contract with this mother agency called Learn Temptations. And like at first I was just like really just taking pictures of myself. I wasn't really modeling in my eyes, but like because of them they helped push me to in front of a new audience where like now I feel like it's not that I have something to prove, but now I have something to tell. So modeling to me is more about the story that you're telling, like with your poses and the images that you create. So like because of the pandemic, I was able to like just be pushed to new heights because I finally had resources. Like I know it's weird because a lot of resources were taken from us, but no, that's when I finally like started thriving, started meeting more people when I wasn't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I had the best time during the pandemic.
Do that shit. And you think y'all think like the momentum is kind of just moving with it throughout the. I mean, I don't really know if we're in a pandemic anymore. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
You
a weird
know,
state.
know.
now, when will it ever be over?
And honestly, bro, this literally just finna become like the flu. You either gonna get you a little
Wait,
shot.
you're right because technically, if we have, wait, it's a vaccine, but it's not a cure.
Right.
Mm.
It was a cure at first. That's how they were saying it. The
Well,
vaccine was the cure, but it don't cure nothing.
what
Still
is it
got
really
going.
a cure for though? No, I'm saying like in general with any of them, like the flu, the
They're
common
not. They're
cold.
not. None of them are cures.
Exactly, but you
None
could
of
have
them.
a vaccine. So technically, with the vaccine, are we out of the pandemic,
It's not a. I couldn't tell you.
or and we just being like health precautions?
I couldn't tell you.
Mm.
I don't know. I
Mm.
couldn't tell you. To me,
I
it's
had
like,
fun in that Ponderosa and that panorama. I done came up. It was good to me. Yeah, bro.
It was good to you.
Pandemonium. Yeah.
But it is like how you said though. It did make people like be more creative and want to just do things, create things. Now that they keep up with it, I don't know. But it did
It
spark
happens,
an
bro.
interest.
It happens. Like
Yeah.
it's always a way of an artist that you start with and they stop.
Yeah.
Like, it happens.
Damn, the pandemic was kind of like a whole little art renaissance. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it.
I mean,
It really
it
was.
was because
Damn.
you had to create from. If you was in not Texas, you created from your spot if you really wanted to, because you can move whatever you. There wasn't really no true stopping here, and kind of towards the south area.
Yo, if you think it
get
wasn't
towards
stopping
California,
here,
though?
you get in Atlanta, it was never a pandemic over there.
Never, bro.
It was not a thing.
Never, bro. But in California, nigga, they was shutting shit down.
Bro, I think
nigga.
they said when the shutdown happened, that same Friday, Magic City had like a foam party.
Turned up.
Or like, you ain't stopping nothing.
Turned
I know
up,
she
bro.
talking
There wasn't
about.
stopping nothing. That's what was crazy. What was crazy is because I was listening to a couple podcasts and reading articles and shit. The people that had the most outbreaks was the ones that was shut down. New York, LA, just California in general. And motherfuckers out here was turned. They wasn't giving a fuck about none of that shit. That shit was crazy. But
I just can't act like I was in the house the whole time.
wasn't nobody in the goddamn house.
You know, I did.
You got to
know,
think about it, bro.
consider-
It's been like, I think it's been going on 3 years.
Really?
It's going on. I think
Damn, I
because
didn't
it
think
started.
about that.
Did it start
2020.
the end of 2019 going into 2020? It's
See,
almost-
when the pandemic happened for me, my concept of time was in a different place.
When you can't say you don't remember.
I can't even say it like that. I think at the beginning of the pandemic, I thought the world was gonna end. So it was me, and I was deep, but yeah, got with some people, some homegirls. We did Molly for like 6 days straight, like a week straight.
Bro, what?
Yeah, and I thought the world was ending, but I was like, this is gonna be the end of it. So it's just really.
So you was like, I'm finna get up off of these. You
Yeah,
feel me,
bro.
Zan? I mean,
I
shit.
fuck with it.
That's
I
why
even just thought a long time. Do I even want to share it? But I'm like, bro, it's
you
my
is
life.
you is a journey type of nigga. I felt like I felt like I knew what you was talking about. Before you even explained, I'm like, he seemed like you feel me? It's like that movie like Friends. What is it? Friends at the End of the World or some shit like that. It has Steve Carell in it or some shit, some funny shit, but I could see that shit. That's some funny shit though. That's some player shit. It is
Yeah,
what
so
it
it was
is.
just like after that,
You
bro.
survived.
Yeah, bro. I would always swim good.
Feel me?
And yeah, after that, bro, I was just like exhausted. Like, for real, dang. Nah.
I'm pretty sure, bro. There's a lot of energy exalted through 6 days, brother.
Yo, 6 days.
That's crazy.
Might have been more, but yeah, man. I was like, I don't want to see Hennessy no more. I don't want to see Molly no more. Yeah, I don't want to see.
Good people though.
Probably a lot of creative ideas probably came through that situation.
Yeah,
I
bro,
don't know.
facts, bro. Like, hey, through that like week of doing Molly, bro, I probably watched the ASAP Rocky LSD video like 50 times. Hey,
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Though. That's a great video.
Bro, that video
That's
is
a
the
great
feeling of
video.
love.
then the
Yeah.
shorties love it when they're tripping.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a great
I ain't
video.
gonna hold you like I don't love it too. It's the coldest video you will see. Then when you off your element, like,
Yeah, that shit.
nah, don't play.
That
Put
shit
on the
is
big
fire.
screen.
So look,
Yeah.
I said I had 2 more questions. Now I got 2 more questions. Do you feel like you have to move out of Dallas or Texas in general to really get popping?
No,
No.
not no
You wanna
more.
go first?
Not no more. You're gonna knock it out the park, bro.
All right, I'm just real quick. Then I'm gonna let him go. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Dallas is my home. You don't have to move out, but you need to move around. You still need to go to places like LA, New York, Chicago, wherever, and network with these people. But everybody's moving to Dallas, so this should be your base. You just
You're right.
branch out every now and then.
You're right. Yeah, I feel like Texas is its own motherfucking little state, little country. Y'all do what the fuck y'all want out here. For
Whole
real.
independent
Oh,
state.
you not from
Yeah.
Texas?
No, I'm from Sacramento, California.
Sacramento,
Yeah.
Sacktown.
I just jumped up out of here. I just came out of here. I lived here for 2 years prior, then moved back, and then I'm back now. Trying to, you feel me, network, me be around creative motherfuckers, man. Get into some shit,
Mhm.
get right. Cause I feel like shit. I'm better than Joe Rogan. Feel me? And if this nigga, I could get some
I can
scientists.
tell you that.
Feel me?
That's how you feel. Put that pressure
Oh,
on there.
God.
That's all you gotta feel. That's how you
Mhm.
supposed to feel.
Look, scientists, weather people, whoever the fuck want to come on, holler at me, man. I'm finna
What
be
they
better than
said.
Joe Rogan. I'm finna be better than
I try
Joe
to not
Rogan,
think
oh,
like
God.
competition oriented. But you ever seen Never Back Down? The UFC movie? It's like
I
you
see
want to be the
some-
best.
I see some.
You gotta beat the
yeah,
best.
yeah, oh
Like-
God. Shit, niggas is getting 100 million to talk on the.
Yo, that's
Mhm.
crazy.
Gangsta. Like,
And
shit.
yo, it hit me how they was talking about they give him so much for the podcast. You get way more money off podcast streams than music streams.
Bro, I'm
Oh,
telling
wow.
you, I ain't name. You can't even name an artist that done got. I don't think you can name a rap artist that done got 100 million just like rapping, nigga, off of going. Joe Rogan probably do a podcast once or twice a week. Actually, that's a lie. That nigga do like 4 times a week.
I'm
He
gonna
do
say,
it
ain't gonna lie,
every
these
day.
niggas having tours, they grossing
Yeah.
$1 billion.
Bro, turn.
Mhm.
I watch a lot of shit. But
YouTube definitely shaped me as an artist.
Yeah.
I'll say, bro,
Yeah.
really, without YouTube, I don't know what kind of artist I'd be. It'll taught me a lot. I don't know what kind of person I'd be.
yeah,
I learned a lot.
yeah.
YouTube has been how to do this.
The
Figure this out.
University of Self.
University
Oh,
of yourself and
For
YouTube
real.
to a long way.
Learn how to play the piano on YouTube.
Shit. You probably could learn how to make a bomb or some shit on YouTube for real.
1,000 ways to make a bomb on YouTube,
God.
not just one way.
Oh God. Okay. Now this is my final. This is my final question. Do you think artists affect change in society, or is like does the
Yeah.
art?
Yeah, bro. Like, okay, let me say this right. Art imitate life, but it's destructive when life imitate art.
Mm,
Straight up like that. Like, art plays a big role.
mm,
Cinema, film, photos, it plays a big role in how people use their emotions. Like, you can look at one example, the old movie, what was it called? It was called Brave New World. No. Something with America, but it was an old movie, pretty much. It was just about like the revival of the KKK. They talked about it on the documentary 13 by Ava DuVernay. The movie was kind of, they had caricature, mystery figures of like white people being in blackface, and a whole lot of demonstrations of racism and just strength and support and love for the Klan of like they're the saviors of America in this new world. You know, why they're coming to America,
mm.
and that really shaped how white people view and treated black people. Like they had a scene where it was the Mandingo finna rape a white woman. She was on a cliff or something, and it showed her like she jumped off the cliff so he couldn't rape her or something like that. And it was kind of like showing how she'll rather die and kill herself than be touched by a savage. Or it was kind of certain like manipulation that goes into film and advertisement and certain things
Right.
that people don't even peep that really control how people
Right.
live their life. Movies like that made a lot of the South move and support in favor of the KKK, like different political films and like
Mm.
politics is put in films and
Right.
newspaper ads and in different ways, and it's more than politics. Like it go deep into why they use what colors, like the color red for advertisement.
You think there's
And
a
I-
lot of propaganda push? There's a lot of propaganda
Yeah.
pushed within anything that we kind of consume with our eyes, type of thing, or ears.
That's what fashion is. It's a lot of good propaganda, but they're not always leading you to the right messages. Fashion is always about what you represent, and a lot of things represented are not always things you can align yourself with. And it's the subtle ways that people get you to agree with that, with colors, with certain figures they put the clothes on,
Right.
with a lot of different things, how they could shape your opinion.
Cold
It's very
psychology.
controlled.
Yeah. Cold psychology. What
The
about
coldest.
Oh yeah.
Because that made me. Because well, to your point, when you said art imitates life, and then what was that second part you said?
It's dangerous when life imitate art.
Right. And I think it's dangerous based off art is an exaggeration of what life is. So when you see motherfuckers on the movies, you thinking this nigga was really like this. He was really a cold-blooded killer, gangster, drug dealer, this, that, and the third. And then you get into real life, and that shit is, nigga, you can't do what you think you finna do.
And
Not
some
at
people
all.
find that out because what people be faking can become real life for them.
Yeah.
Like when I've seen countless other, artists and celebrities portray them being this way, then it come
Yeah.
out that
They're not really like
yeah,
that.
you switched on everybody and did this and that.
But in a sense, that's the art itself because they're portraying somebody else that when behind the closed doors, they're not. So like they're technically still.
Yeah. I think
That
it's
could be the worst thing.
Not
For
that,
somebody
but-
that's a phony, like people taking you serious for what you pretending to be.
That's the
But I
best
don't
kind
think
of artist.
I don't
Nah.
think people. There wasn't no true separation. I think when people, even now, when people see certain movies, they kind of think this is what it is. Like,
That's the worst thing, taking that shit serious,
Yeah.
because that's where it's detrimental. Like, let me just put this.
it's a society full of liars.
Yeah, but okay, let me say it like this. You got the example of like 6ix9ine. I didn't even want to say this or go into this, really. But he was portraying this image of, I'm going to do this and do this gangster image. He wasn't really that. So the worst thing was that he's portraying this and people took him serious for it. So the way how people are acting, reacting, responding to him as if he's really like that.
I mean,
So the worst thing is him putting that out, that fraudulent stuff, and people taking
Mhm.
it serious. That's the worst case scenario. That's why you just got to promote
I
authenticity.
think he actually
because
was like that though.
You think he was really cut like
every.
that?
I'm not going. My opinion. This is not the opinion. Nobody else.
But it's also
he-
levels to cut like that.
True, but he is the quintessential. He is the quintessential gangster that rose to fame, and when the fire got put on him, he flipped. Because they've made plenty of documentaries and they have plenty of stories, plenty of documentaries of street people that turn up, and then they all of a sudden turn fed, all of a sudden turn snitch, all of a sudden, and I mean back in certain days maybe they would have died, or maybe they would have been in protective custody.
Yeah.
But nigga, right now he could be a free motherfucker and still get money, still do everything he was supposed to do.
Yeah. See, I hear you.
I
A
think it's
lot of the
weird- it's
things
a-
that
it's
go
a
into him
weird
is
society.
like he was selfish. That's one thing I could say about him. And
Yeah.
I don't think selfish is gangster. Like a lot of stuff I think gangster, like I think taking care of your people gangster. You know what I'm saying? I think being a man, doing stuff on time, putting forth your best efforts, communicating clearly, doing whatever for your people, they're more so gangster efforts than just running your mouth or orchestrating things or just representing something. Like, yeah, you represent that, but what it mean to you, what you done for that. So that's where the kind of line get blurred with that and me. And I just really can't see it as, gangster. Like, one of my blood relatives, Red, he my cousin. He told me, he was like, it's a difference between a thug and a gangster. It being a thug is how you act. Being a gangster is how you react. So I could say Tekashi's reactions,
You think he was a thug?
he was more so of a thug. And it just, you could be a thug and Tupac glamorized a thug life, but everybody who get caught up in being a thug, it doesn't represent that. Tupac, it stood for the hate you give little infants, fuck everybody. Tekashi would be a product of the hate you give little infants and mess up everybody. So it's just like life is a flat circle in that regard. And yeah, me personally, I do separate art from the artist because I know I can't rely on no one person to lead me or to show me or to be right when I know I'm wrong 1,000 times a day. I can't expect you to be better than me when I know I gotta want the best for myself. So I don't idolize nobody, but I separate the art from the artist for sure.
What about you, bro? Because I cut you off earlier.
Oh no, it's good. Like damn, I think he summed it up really.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause
You separate the art from the artist.
Yeah, you got to.
no, I don't. Sometimes I can't lie.
So you be going.
I couldn't separate R. Kelly from his art, man. I'm sorry.
See,
Let's not even get in
I'm
our because
sorry.
I'm gonna keep it
Instances,
funky
bro.
with you, bro.
Hey, it's
Mm.
I get it. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I get it though.
With the R.
Like,
Kelly, I don't.
I
think
would
he
never
should
make
have
a
been-
scene to.
He didn't go to jail for R. Kelly. Ain't go to jail. He went to jail for. They got him under the RICO Act. They got him under so they could seize money and shit like that. He didn't go to jail. But I'm gonna leave it at that because you feel me. People, even though people fake, they still listening to R. Kelly.
That's something I ain't even know. He's okay.
They still listening to R. Kelly.
Friends to doing it. I
separate
see
the
y'all
art.
out there.
I separate the art from the artist.
You got to.
Because
got
I
to.
feel like I would never cause a scene if somebody playing R. Kelly at a cookout. I would
No,
be like,
never.
hey,
Yeah.
cut that off.
Yeah, yeah, but it's see, and then this is kind of going off, but then again, I don't know. It's the self. I feel like society right now is just so self-righteous,
Mm.
where they're trying to cancel people. They're trying to do all this, and they're not really canceling people because
You can't get
It's like aggravated hate, supported hate. I don't get with that. They give me Salem witch trial vibes.
yeah,
of
that
like,
yeah, that's how that
hey,
shit
let's all
is.
bandwagon behind this and let's watch them burn and marvel in the flames. Like,
The weirdest.
I don't
shit.
agree with that. I'm not with that.
Even
That's
though
how
we
I feel to me.
all fucking ain't shit behind closed doors. with the
Everybody love to
cameras
all
off,
hate
that.
one thing at a
Yeah.
time. Like, let's
Yeah.
all pinpoint at this. You the villain. You who we canceling. We on your ass right now. I don't like how we. I don't like that. There's no narratives, no open-ended discussions. No.
just because like they got a
Redemption.
magnifying lens on them the whole time. Like on that Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. My bad, I'm bringing up more celebrities.
Speaking of the homie, we spoke of the homegirl. So
Mhm.
we was just talking one day on live, and she said some facts. She was like, how the point got brought up. We was talking about like family dynamics and scenarios. Every family got problems. Every family got issues. Or like, it's always somebody that did this family member wrong, or
Right.
this relative done divorced this relative, or somebody not taking care of their kids over here.
Mm.
It's issues that you might have, or things where they fall short of just being perfect. Nobody perfect, but it's never like a you exile from being over here.
Yeah.
You can't come to the cookout because you ain't did this, or it's not like that. How the homegirl soul broke it down. She was like, bro, we friends, we cool. Just admit you was acting weird that one time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People just gotta own up to that and just keep it going.
Just be accountable. Be accountable
Yeah.
for your mistakes.
Facts. And because with that accountability, it's just open for honesty, and it's open for trust, and it's open for redemption and progression. You know,
Right.
people so obsessed with the end result they forget progression. Everybody just not a saint. Everybody
Right.
can't be selfless all the time. Sometimes
Right.
you gotta be selfish.
It's a part of nature. The good and evil is a yin and yang. It's a part of nature.
Facts.
I'm supposed to fuck up.
It's so much we doing now that's against our nature. You know, like I said earlier, humans we domesticated. There's certain wants and needs we got. There's certain things that we need with music and frequencies and how it reacts at the same time. Our phones, all this technology, this unprecedented amounts of access to everything.
It's making
I don't
us-
think there's no studies on how this affect us, how it affect our brains, how it affect our emotions.
I'm pretty sure that it is. It's making us stupid. It's making us more sad, depressed.
What it's doing to our like people never had this much access to each
exactly.
other. You could
You're not,
never
it's not
just
natural. It's one. It's
you
not.
talking.
It's not natural. It's not natural. That's not natural. You shouldn't be able to talk to somebody all the way in fucking. I shouldn't be able to talk to you in California.
and see you.
Feel me? Maybe a phone call, but I shouldn't be able to FaceTime you. I shouldn't be able to tell you my every feeling about you. I shouldn't be able to constantly. It's just not natural for people to constantly interact all the time, and then they get out. Most of the time is, I don't know. Most of the time I see a lot of negative shit, but even that, even that,
Kind of like if
even
you
the
got too many
positive shit.
tabs open on the computer, it's
Yeah,
gonna go
it's like-
slower. Like we got
yeah.
way more tabs going on in our mental brains now
Bro.
than people of past
Bro,
decades had to worry
For
about.
real. Like niggas is, I ain't never seen so many people like fucked up mentally. I've never
Yeah.
seen so many people so many people fucked up mentally, and when people started saying like internet bullying and all this, like I'm like, I mean, you
Say it
now.
louder, bro. Said just turn it off. He said just
Just
turn it off.
turn that shit
I
off.
mean,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like now. I mean, it's a part of society, but I'm 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 young enough and old enough where I was outside, nigga. Bullying is actually bullying. Getting your ass whipped is actually getting
Real
your
talk.
ass
And
whipped.
them lessons you gotta
Shit.
learn.
You
like
feel me? Like,
back in the hood, it's not really bullying. It's kind of like you get on somebody's ass, and if they gonna hit
Bro,
back, or
yeah.
get somebody that's gonna hit back.
bro,
my nigga, I've
exactly.
been thrown
I
in the
got
trash can before.
Man,
Like,
I got
damn.
you gonna get tested by life,
Mm.
but the society is taking the test out of life. It's taking the like uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable. That's the only way to know what the fuck you made of. But
Real talk.
they low key taking that out of society. Everybody's feeling
Yeah,
better.
they trying to
Everybody
bubble
this,
boy, bubble girl, everybody.
Yeah, like, bruh.
Crazy. You seen that Black Mirror episode where they had like the parental sensors?
Yeah,
On the. That's how life
shout
gonna
out Black
be.
Mirror because it was cold.
I
Right
see
in
it
the
as
time.
if I ever had kids, I decide to. I'm gonna really educate them and expose them to topics as accordingly whenever they should be introduced. But I got the notion that if you just suppress and censor everything, that's more harmful than overexposure because
Real.
exposure just leads to questions and lessons, but the prevention,
Mm.
you can't prevent all the time. It'll sometimes that floodgate gonna be broken, whatever.
Yeah.
I went to college in Corpus Christi. When you get down there and when you realize, and a lot of other people realize, you down there by yourself. It ain't like no family members. It ain't no neighbors, no parents that's finna be like, what are you doing? Why are you here?
Yeah.
A lot of people lost their minds in college.
Oh,
A
no.
lot of people lose their minds when they get on their own.
Facts.
It's just that same thought.
Facts. Nigga. I had to say it again because that really just made me think like.
If you suppress something, it's gonna eventually get to it, and when it's introduced, it's like you know nothing about this. You're not
Yeah.
prepared. Like I said, it's hard holding on to something you ain't used to. Like intelligence and responsibility and integrity might be that line. You know, somebody tell you try something you never tried, never heard of, you might try it.
Yeah.
If you educated on how it affect people, you done seen what it done or had these conversations, you gonna know what they come with. You know, everything got a price
Yeah, everything.
and
got a
conditions.
price. All right, we got into a deep ass conversation. I didn't know that question was gonna take us down into a deep dark rabbit hole. But look, I want y'all to plug y'all socials, and plug any update, any extra like shit you got coming up. And then we finna
Kongo Bones, get at me. Instagram, KONGO. Photography, Photo Bones. Poetry page, Loverboy Bones. We got audio books, poetry books coming soon, short films. Hopefully full feature films, clothing brands, brand deals. A lot of creativity, a lot of love gonna be spread. A lot of everything, a whole lot more. Expect me to keep being me.
All right, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So back to what I'm saying. My name is Sir Lenadro. If you go on Instagram, it's SIRLENADRO. Lenadro, Sir Lenadro. You know what I'm saying? Model, photographer, actor, rapper, whatever you want me to be, I can be it, except a dancer, because I don't know how to have rhythm. I don't have none of that shit. Hit me up. Oscar,
All right.
I'm coming soon.
And y'all know me. Fett said, "Fuck you." I don't need to spell it. You'll see it on the screen. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. If you get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and everything else will follow. James 2, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so is faith without works. Pray, read, go out there and make it happen. Till next time.